Hey, greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us on HeSpoke Fashion. Listen, I am your host, Daylon Thomas, and this evening I would like to initiate a conversation regarding a role that is frequently overlooked and at times misinterpreted. Now, the focus of our conversation will be on the role of the First Lady. Stop. Now, if you think I'm referring to presidential first ladies, then you are tuned in to the wrong show. The first lady position that I am addressing on this show pertains to the context of the Black church. Now, while some may argue in favor of the concealment of this position, now I believe that even if it were to remain hidden, its true value can still be illuminated. Now, to clarify, the objective of this discussion is to encourage those who feel overlooked or marginalized to emerge from the shadows and take their rightful place in the spotlight. Now, over the next few episodes, now you want to really be tuned in, I will highlight individuals who exemplify this transition, aiming to inspire others and demonstrate how they too can step into the foreground. Now, so whether you are Baptist, or attend the AME church, or from the Full Gospel Baptist Church, or even non-denominational, or part of the grand old Church of God in Christ. What's that, Grogu? You can't wait to see the First Lady from the non-denominational church? AB, can you bring that picture back up full mass, please? This guy. Grogu, my friend, did you place that picture there? Did you do that? AB, I'm so sorry for Grogu's sense of humor. Really? No, for real. For his sense of humor.
Stop the cap.
No, for real. No. Well, let's continue. Guys, on tonight, or this evening rather, this discussion will focus our attention on a topic that we are going to call Fashionable First Ladies. And in this episode, our featured muse for today's show is the highly stylish First Lady Dee Dee Freeman, who, alongside her husband, leads several churches in the Maryland and Washington, D.C. area. Now, AB, of course, before we proceed, could you please do me a favor and share our disclaimer? Now, guys, as you are aware at HeSpoke Fashion, our mission is to provide fashion advice accompanied by colorful, occasionally humorous commentary and entertainment. Now, it is never our intention to deliver overly critical or harsh feedback. Rather, our aim is to ensure that our guidance is constructive and beneficial. Let's continue. Now, guys, Dr. Dee Dee Freeman is the wife of Apostle Michael A. Freeman, who's the senior pastor and founder of Faith City Central. Now, it is a ministry dedicated to the pillars of faith, family, finance, fellowship, and fitness. Committed to their ministry's vision, Dr. Dee Dee collaborates with her husband to ensure the fulfillment of his divinely ordained mission. Now, guys, listen. She possesses a profound passion for empowering women of faith to embrace their rightful entitlements as outlined in his word. She's an accomplished author. Her literary contributions include notable titles such as Not Too Big to Bow. Another one, Focus. Then there's Are You a Real Sister Friend? Wait a minute, what's that, Grogu? You know some sisters already who could benefit from that book right now? What's her cash app? Oh my God. Why do you need her cash app, Grogu? Why do you need it? You can simply order the book on Amazon. What's that? You wish also to send a donation. Look, that's quite generous of you guys. Listen, it seems someone is a true fan of Dr. Dee Dee Freeman. Guys, what do you think? Now, her next book is So What? I'm Still God's Glamorous Girl. What is that, AB? That's correct. She does indeed host a conference entitled God's Glamorous Girls. Now, additionally, there is the book, How a Pastor's Wife Can Help or Hurt a Church. I'm telling you, she is a profound author. And this proud mother of 3 wonderful children, Brittany, Joshua, and Brayling, dedicates herself to ministry and assisting others. In addition to her philanthropic efforts, she also exemplifies a keen sense of style, earning her recognition as one of the fashionable first ladies. Now, that is exactly what I would deem a requirement for being awarded this Fashionable First Lady Award, and that would be the keen sense of style. So let me delve deeper into what that is exactly. Now, a keen sense of style refers to a person's sharp, intuitive ability to put together clothing, accessories, and personal presentation in a way that is visually appealing, distinctive, and aligned with their personality or even their environment. Now, it suggests more than just following trends. I want you to get that. It reflects a deeper awareness, confidence, and intentionality in how they present themselves. Now, guys, one of the key attributes of someone with a keen sense of style would be authenticity. That word, authenticity. You see, individuals who embody authenticity express themselves through a style that genuinely reflects their identity, rather than, as most of us do, simply adhering to current trends. Now, their fashion choices appear effortless and natural. Now, this sentiment is particularly evident in the style of First Lady Dee Dee Freeman. Now, guys, another hallmark of an individual with a keen sense of style is, get this, attention to detail. Now, individuals who demonstrate a keen attention to detail are accurately aware or acutely aware of elements such as colors, textures, fit, and accessories. Even minor enhancements, such as a carefully selected watch, tailored trousers, or a thoughtfully chosen scarf, are intentional and strategically positioned. Now, we most definitely can check this box when it comes to this fashionable first lady. Now, guys, one attribute that many may overlook in someone with a keen sense of style is cultural and situational awareness, which I believe is essential for anyone in that role of First Lady. Now, guys, hear me close. Being attuned to the cultural nuances and context of various events allows the First Lady to choose attire that reflects respect, understanding, and solidarity with diverse communities. Now, this skill goes beyond simply following, again, fashion trends. It encompasses the ability to convey messages of compassion and even of empathy through clothing choices. Now, whether attending convocations or engaging with local communities, the First Lady's wardrobe can, get this, serve as a bridge that connects people and promotes positive dialogue. Now, her attire often becomes a silent ambassador, speaking volumes, however, about her commitment to inclusivity and her recognition of the platform that she occupies. Now, this serves as an ideal segue into my perspective on why First Ladies should embody a sense of fashion and how this can be effectively used for ministry. Now, guys, it is a truth that fashion can indeed play a significant role in ministry. Now, it serves as a powerful tool for expression and communication, allowing church leaders and members to convey their identity, their values, and, guys, even the message of their faith. Now, through thoughtful discussions and choices in attire, the First Lady can reflect cultural and historical aspects of their congregation, creating a sense of unity and belonging. Moreover, fashion in ministry can be an avenue for creativity and innovation, helping to engage younger generations and make spiritual gatherings more accessible and relatable. Yes, fashion can be used in ministry. And guys, this First Lady Dee Dee Freeman, exemplifies this connection effectively. But how does she accomplish this? I'm so glad that you asked. Allow me to provide an example. Now, guys, when she shares a photograph highlighting her attire on social media like this one, now then the narrative behind her ensemble served as a source of inspiration. Now let's look at the post. The post says, "Happy Sunday. Life can feel like this black outfit, dominated by heavy, dark moments that seem overwhelming. But just like the small yellow bag, there's always something bright and valuable in our lives, even if it feels small in comparison. When we shift our perspective to focus on the yellow bag moments, the joys, opportunities, and blessings, they begin to stand out more." Guys, interestingly, those small, bright things often carry more value than we realize, just like the bag costing more than the outfit. It's a reminder that the quality of our life is shaped by what we choose to focus on. Wow, she said something specific in that message, and she gave a lot of nuggets. But what was the response to this post? Let's review a selection of comments to find out, all right? Let's look at this comment. This commenter says, "So true. I am practicing on my focus these days. I have learned over the years that I have to pay attention to what I let capture my thoughts. Thank you for sharing." This commenter says, "Thank you, woman of valor, for this word of exhortation. Right on time. I needed this one." Another commenter said, "This word, perspective, is anointed. Thank you." And then another commenter said this, "Well, amen to that. And come through yellow bag, outfit, everything." Now, guys, this single example illustrates that First Lady Dee Dee Freeman's fashion, it serves a meaningful purpose even in ministry. In essence, fashion in ministry is not just about aesthetics. It's about embodying the spirit of the message and fostering a deeper connection within the community. Guys, let me pose a question to you. Chat, I want to hear from you. What message does your attire convey? If it does indeed communicate a message, is it the right one? Is it the appropriate one? Now, First Lady Dee Dee Freeman is not only appropriate in her fashion, but she also does what many pastors wish their own wives would do. And that is that her fashion choices actually complement the pastor's attire. Now, guys, I know you're saying, what do I mean by that? But now just let me be clear here that I do not mean that they dress like they are twins. Because we've seen this quite a bit, right? but what I mean is, well, let me do this. Let me simply define the word compliment. The word compliment, thank you, AB, is defined as add to something in a way that enhances or improves it, makes perfect. And guys, when we look at the Freemans, what we see is a couple that complements each other. Now, in the realm of HeSpoke Fashion, let me speak to this realm that we exist, where every detail is carefully curated. The coordination of attire between the First Lady and the pastor can serve as a subtle yet impactful expression of unity and of respect. That's how you complement each other. Now, while perfect matching of their outfits is not essential, a harmonious color palette or complementary styles can significantly enhance the overall aesthetic, conveying a sense of fashion or cohesion. Now, this intentional approach to fashion can reflect the shared values and objectives of the individuals, crafting a visual narrative that resonates with the congregation, and then it still underscores the event's importance. Now, I would like to pose another question to you, chat. Do you enjoy coordinating your attire with that of your significant other when attending specific events? For example, if you were going to a concert of your favorite group, so say for instance your favorite group is New Edition, just like it is mine, would you make an effort to complement each other's outfits? Would your outfits resemble this style? Would it resemble this one now? Or would it resemble that one? Okay, listen, AB, could you please do me a favor? Could you compile both options for the group to review? Let's put both options there. All right, now this will allow the chat to determine which option aligns better with their vision for complementing their needs. AB. And the winner is, drum roll please, AB, drum roll please. Maybe I have to make my own drum roll. All right, we got the drum roll going. What'd you say, Grogu? You have it, my friend. The winner is both. Both are winners. That's right. You know why? It is not my place nor yours to determine what is best for anyone else. The choice ultimately lies between the couple, and our role is to listen and not judge. Why? Because in this context, fashion serves as a form of self-expression. Now, while their style may not align with our personal preferences, it is essential that everyone has the freedom to express themselves without facing judgment. What's that, Grogu? Man, you're talkative today. Does laughter imply judgment? That is an intriguing question. Allow me to pose it to the chat. Chat, now if you find yourself laughing at someone's attire, does that signify a judgment of their clothing choices? Grogu, my friend, that's an interesting point to consider. You see, laughter can indeed stem from a place of judgment, but it can also arise from surprise, or a shared understanding, or even affection. For instance, friends might laugh at each other's unusual outfits as a form of camaraderie, where the humor is rooted in familiarity and not in malice. However, guys, context is key. If laughter is derisive or comes from a place of superiority, it might indicate a judgmental attitude. It's important to reflect on the intention behind laughter and be mindful of how it might be perceived by others. Now, a good rule of thumb is to ensure that the laughter is not at someone's expense, but rather a shared moment of joy or amusement. Now, guys, in a manner akin to the previous examples, I have observed that a first lady can occasionally become ensnared in fashion trends that were once popular but fail to adapt over time. Now, guys, HeSpoke Fashion posits that it is essential for the first lady to evolve, not only to maintain relevance, but also to foster connections with the congregation across all demographics. Now, guys, this evolution in style can serve as a bridge, again, allowing the first lady to resonate with a diverse audience, each bringing their own perspectives and expectations. Now, guys, by embracing a dynamic approach to fashion, she embodies a sense of adaptability and openness, reflecting the ever-changing landscape of society itself. Now, building on our earlier discussion regarding the attributes of an individual with a keen sense of style, I would like to highlight one final moment and one final quality that I believe is essential for a First Lady, and that is an inspirational presence. Now, guys, why is this quality so important? Well, an inspirational presence can uplift and motivate those around her, serving as a beacon of grace and wisdom in the community. Now, the First Lady often holds a unique position of influence within the church and beyond, embodying values that others look up to. Now, her ability to inspire can foster a sense of unity and purpose among the congregation, encouraging individuals to aspire to their best selves. Furthermore, an inspirational presence can extend beyond the immediate community, influencing wider circles through acts of kindness, public speaking, and even community engagement. Now, this quality enables her to connect with diverse groups, again, bridging divides and fostering relationships that enhances the church's mission and its outreach efforts. Guys, in essence, the inspirational presence of a First Lady is not just about personal charisma or charm. It's about embodying the virtues of empathy, understanding, and leadership that resonate with and elevate those that she encounters. Now, by doing so, she not only supports the pastoral mission, but also enriches the lives of those she serves, leaving a lasting impression of warmth and encouragement. Now tell me, Chad, you tell me, do you know who your First Lady is? Is she overlooked that her existence has gone unnoticed? Might your First Lady serve as a valuable asset to your ministry? Guys, allow me, please, to share a story that highlights the importance of the First Lady and illustrates how her sense of style can positively impact you and the church. Storytime music, KB. Guys, in the quiet town of Rayford, North Carolina, nestled between cotton fields and long gravel roads, First Lady Janice Hill lived mostly in the shadows of her husband's growing ministry. Guys, you see, Pastor Hill was a fiery preacher, beloved by the small community. But when visitors came to New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, many whispered among themselves, "Is he single?" They never saw a woman by his side. Now, Lady Janice was there every Sunday, just not in the spotlight. She sat on the second pew behind the mothers in plain skirts and wore cardigans. Now, her soft voice and downcast eyes made her easy to miss because she'd grown up in poverty, the daughter of sharecroppers, and never quite believed she belonged among polished women in tailored suits and wide-brimmed hats. She loved God. She loved her husband, but she didn't love herself enough to stand out. Then came the fall fellowship service with Greater Mount Zion in Fayetteville. It was a vibrant service, music, praise, dancing, and a sanctuary full of joyful noise. And after the benediction, while the men gathered to talk ministry, Lady Janice was gently drawn aside by First Lady Denise Carter of Greater Mount Zion. Lady Denise was dressed with a radiant red dress with matching heels, with hair that seemed to float in the wind. But her spirit was what truly dazzled. "Honey, I see you," she said, touching Janice's hand. "Don't hide the oil God poured into you. You're the First Lady, his fragrance in the house." Now, Lady Janice's eyes welled. She confessed how inadequate she often felt, how her lack of wardrobe and background kept her silent. Lady Denise smiled warmly. "It's not about labels, it's about presence. Let me show you a few things. You don't need a new closet, just new confidence and some creative pairings. Now, over the next few weeks, Lady Denise shared tips, sent videos, and even mailed a few statement pieces from her own closet. Scarves that could transform a plain dress, and how to thrift for treasures, how to layer neutrals with bold accessories, and most importantly, how to walk with grace and stand tall. Not a day, not a week, but that following month, Lady Janice walked into church in a soft beige suit, hair swept into a regal bun, coat that draped over hiding her figure meticulously, and a spirit that finally believed she belonged. The congregation hushed for a moment. From then on, she was no longer invisible. She sat beside her husband. Her laugh became familiar. Her prayers became sought after, and her presence became unforgettable. They began to call her the fragrance of the house, and even the young women began to whisper with admiration, "First Lady Heal." Now that's a fashionable first lady. Guys, listen. The moral of the story is that true confidence doesn't come from expensive clothes or grand titles. It comes from knowing your worth, walking in your calling, and embracing the grace God has already placed within you. Now, guys, finally, I encourage anyone who may be a first lady or is acquainted with one to simply share this video. Additionally, guys, I want to invite you to nominate your first lady for the Fashionable First Lady Award presented by HeSpoke Fashion. I want you to use the email address provided below right here. And could you please provide the name along with a few pictures, or even better, any relevant social media links for us to review, all right? Listen here, family. We have now come to the end of the show, and I appreciate you for continuing to rock with HeSpoke Fashion. I really enjoyed you all, and I hope that you enjoyed this show as well. Now, guys, if you like this content, please do me a favor, hit the like button and share this with someone else. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section, all right? Now, to all first ladies, I urge you not to diminish your light. Regardless if you've come of humble beginnings or limited resource, do not allow these factors to confine you to the background. When God calls you to a position, hear me close, He equips you with the strength and the courage to walk in that calling boldly. Now, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. Have a good night, good fashion, and remember that HeSpoke Fashion to you. See you next time. Hope you'll be back to join us. All right?